So I needed a new wireless charger and of course search a little bit online what charger I should really go for. And this one kind of caught my attention, not only because I got it very cheap off eBay, it's supposed to be brand new, but of course let's just see if it actually is in this video here, but also because this is one of those place anywhere wireless chargers that kind of grew out of that Apple AirPower idea that never really accumulated to anything, so it has a lot of charging coils inside. So you potentially should be able to place your phone wherever on the plate or whatever kind of accessories you want to charge that uses Qi wireless charging technology. And this is the TrueFreedom Pro from Belkin, or Boost Charge TrueFreedom Pro. So it's a 10 watt charger that can charge two devices at 10 watt at the same time. And this one doesn't really seem to be the most popular one. I know that Sense also have one that seems to be a lot more popular than this one here. And I believe Anker has also made a wireless charger that kind of have the same ish technology where you can kind of place them anywhere, and those two seem to be a little more widely available. But I think one of the reasons why this specific one here is not really that available, at least here in my country, is the fact that it doesn't really work with a iPhone 12 or newer. So any iPhone that has the little magnetic MagSafe on the back of the phone, it doesn't really work that well with this device here. Should be able to work it if you place it just right, but of course that kind of removes the idea of having a device like this where you can place it wherever on the charging mat. But like I said, I got it very inexpensively on eBay, supposed to be brand new, from one seller that had a lot of positive feedback. So I'm kind of curious to see whatever I got here, if it's a return or if it actually is brand new. But yeah, it was cheaper than what I could find it here locally in my country, at least, including shipping. And I paid just shy of 53 euros for this one here. So that's including shipping, and shipping was actually kind of expensive, but it also got here within a few days, so that's pretty fast. But anyways, let's just get into it here. We have of course the box there, kind of shows the idea behind this charger, that you can just place it on the edge there. Doesn't have to be placed like specifically on top of the charging coils, because the charging coils is like all the way around here. You can kind of see it down in the little photo there. I believe it's 12 charging coils that is on this charging mat here. So it's also supposed to be get a little bit hot when you're charging with this one, but it doesn't have a fan, and I believe at least the Sense one does have a built-in fan. And since I'm going to keep it next to me, next to my bed, and just charge my phone overnight, I really don't want anything that has a fan inside it. And also a lot of Samsung chargers that can charge multiple devices have like a fan built in. And I'm not going to charge an iPhone because I'm not going to buy a new iPhone until they throw a USB Type-C plug on there. And we'll probably only see that here in 2023. And I'm recording this as of late 2022. And we just got the new iPhones out and still using a lightning connector. But anyways, let's get around here. You can see the design there. I kind of like the design. I'm not really sure if this is actually metal or if it's like just some high gloss plastic. And you can charge up to two devices at the same time with this one. And of course, like I said, 10 watt each. And that little LED there should indicate if you are charging from one of the other sides there. Nothing really on the top. On the right side here, better with Belkin. I think Belkin is a pretty reputable brand. They do a lot of iPhone and mobile phone accessories, and I feel pretty confident buying one of their products. But like I said, since this one is not really that widely available online, maybe it's because there's some issues with it. But yeah, we only really find out if we test it. Nothing really on the bottom there other than the serial number. And of course on the back side here, we see a little more like of those charging coils underneath and the LED lights. We have charge modes, lightweight cases up to 3 millimeters. So up to 3 millimeter cases, and of course can charge all Qi enabled devices up to 10 watts, which is not the fastest nowadays. You can see some of the phones there that is supported, but the latest iPhone that is on this chart here is the iPhone, what is it? iPhone 11, of course. So yeah, anything newer shouldn't really expect that to work. But let's just get into it and cut the seal. I'm not really sure if this one has already been opened. Kind of looks a little bit like it has been opened before. So I'm curious to see if this is actually brand new, or maybe this is a display unit or something like that. Let's just open this side here. And there is definitely a hair inside. I'm sure you actually can pick that up on camera, but yeah, definitely a hair in here. That's not good news, at least not a good start. We do have the charger. Doesn't seem to have been used really, or at least it's been packaged together pretty nicely there and tidy. Let's just move that to the side for now. There's the charging mat itself here. Definitely is with its original packaging on, but right at the back there is definitely some black on the paper there. I'm not really sure if this is just for transporting. Let's just dig a little deeper and see what we actually get here. Boost charge, the model number there, and this is just a believe, quick start instructions, so you kind of know how to use this charger. Of course, you cannot place the phone all the way out to the edge there, like you can see here. So you should be like at least inside on the mat with the full phone, not just resting on the corner there. And of course, you can see the status LED. I believe it's flashes orange when it's not charging. But we'll also kind of test that in this video. So that's pretty much all we have. We have this little box next to it. And let's just get to the charger itself. But first, let's remove the hair. And I just want to see this charger here, or the power brick. So this is a 15 volt, 2 amp or 30 watt charger, or power brick, or power adapter. So should be plenty to provide 2 times 15 watts to the charger. And of course, you will lose some efficiency when you're actually charging wirelessly. So you'll probably lose the 5 watt of efficiency. But yeah, I kind of like this charger. It's not really all that big, but of course it uses a barrel plug. So not really that easy to replace. It would have been nice to just use a USB Type-C and some kind of power delivery standard. So you can replace this at some point. If you want to get a new one, you kind of have to find a 15 watt 2 amp charger or power adapter, and that has this little narrow plug there. But it definitely seems like it had been opened before. It's not really folded all that nicely together, but I don't really mind too much. And if it's just been like out one time and packaged nicely again, not really been in actual use. But damn, man, this definitely feels like high quality. And yeah, this is definitely metal all the way around here. So let's just see. Doesn't inspire confidence when there's so much like dirt on the back itself. And you can see the back here. It doesn't really look all that great. It's just been in this bag for too long, but man, you definitely feel the heft. Kind of makes me want to like bring out the scale here and let's see how much it actually weighs. So 544 grams for the charger here. That's definitely a hefty wireless charger. That's a pretty nice weight, so it's like very securely standing on your desk. Let's get a little bit closer here so we can get a closer look. To my eyes, there's a little bit, I wouldn't really say dirt or anything like that. Doesn't really seem like it has been heavily used, if been used at all, maybe unpacked. Tried out with a iPhone 12 or newer, and yeah, the buyer maybe didn't really been able to charge that phone, but other ways all the way around here, other than my fingerprints, I'm not really sure if there were any fingerprints really on there. See, it definitely looks pretty close to brand new. So first impressions, I am definitely happy with that. Bottom side there, we do have rubber feet all the way around. The chrome band that goes around the charger is nice and cold and almost seems like it's made of steel. I don't think it's aluminium, but yeah, it probably is some kind of metal, and it probably is there also to provide a little bit of cooling, so it can remove some heat away from those charging coils. And of course, we do have some specifications here on the bottom. So yeah, this metal band there all the way around. Of course, you have the barrel plug that plugs in on the back, just like so. It does stick out just a little bit. Let's just remove this one here. So yeah, not the longest cable. I believe it's 1.2 meters or something like that. And you can see it does stick out a little bit here on the back. Would have been nice if it was nice and flushed. Would have looked a little bit better. But anyways, not a big issue. And other than that, of course, we have those two like LEDs here on the front. And let's just plug it in actually and see if we'll see some light immediately. So yeah, you do see some white light just shining there. A verification that it's actually ready to charge. And let's just do what we came here to do. Let's just throw this phone on here wherever I want to throw it on there. See if it starts charging. Nothing. It's still a little bit outside the edge there. So maybe we need to bring a little bit closer. Yeah. So definitely need to be within the charging pad there, so the phone doesn't go over the pads, the charging pad edge there. It did stop charging immediately after I moved it a little bit outside. You can see there it is definitely outside the charger itself. So of course you need to be within the charging area. And let's try and actually move it a little bit up here. Oh, this did stop. Let's try again. Oh, you can see it started again. Pretty nice actually. And it stopped and it's supposed to start again. Yeah, and you can also see the little charge icon there. It lights white, so it should be charging correctly. If it doesn't charge correctly, I believe it will flash orange. Fortunately, I don't have any iPhones currently to test with this one here. But you can see it is charging. It doesn't really specify it's fast charging wirelessly. It usually do so when it's fast charging. Let's just try this one here. And 10 watt is definitely fast charging. And you can see it started immediately and it does say wireless fast charging. Okay, so you only see that really when you put the phone down. It's a few seconds. Does it say? Oh yeah, it does say wireless fast charging. It takes about an hour to fast charge, and now it both say the wireless fast charging down there. But that's kind of cool, and you can just place this one maybe a little bit lower. Let's see. Of course, you need to be sure that the charging coils on the phone themselves is actually on the mat itself, so you can't really go above that or below that. But you can see there, it doesn't really have to be specifically on a certain point on the charge mat. For instance, what you see with a lot of chargers is like you have a specific area where you have to put the phone on specifically there to make it, of course, charge. You cannot really go up or below or left and right from that. But this one here, just throw it on there, it starts charging. So that's pretty freaking cool. Next up, let's just see if we can actually start charging these ones here immediately. Let's just put them up there. And you can see, it starts charging, and the other one starts charging. Of course, you cannot really see it from the angle there, but you can see the LEDs starts lighting white, and of course the boxes there is showing the red LEDs, so they are charging. One device I sometimes have some issues with is like my Jaybirds. For some whatever reason, it will start charging all right, and then it will kind of make my chargers reboot. And I had the same issue with this one here and my other Sense charger I've been using for years. I'm not really sure if this one will do the same, because it doesn't really do it always. It just sometimes starts charging, and after some time the little light there will kind of just go off, and it will, yeah, it does it there again. I think there may be something wrong with my Jaybirds, because this is the third charger I've actually tried now, and I'm not really sure if it was because I didn't hold on to the case good enough there that it actually was losing connection. But man, I was just hoping that this one here would be a little better, not as picky as some other wireless charger, or maybe there's something inside these Jaybirds that's shortening or something like that. But man, this just feels so high quality. I really dig this one here. So a lot of these true wireless chargers, or put anywhere wireless chargers, are also very expensive. So that's one of the reasons why I've not really pulled the trigger, because I had like a Sense charger that could charge like at 9 watt, and I was pretty happy with that one. I only really had issues with these Jaybirds there, and from time to time I just find I didn't align it properly with my phone, and I wake up and my phone wasn't really charging. So just to have that little bit more security here, that I can just pretty much place it wherever on the charger, and we'll start charging. And let's just actually see if we can just put it on in the middle of the charger like so, and it will start charging. Oh, that's pretty freaking cool. So start charging, and it's fast charging, and then it's charging from the left side here. I guess it will just charging from the area or zone of the charger where it's closest. That is amazing. I really am looking forward to start using this one here in my daily charging routine. No more fiddling around with the charging pad, like placing it just right, kind of making sure that you get a little animation so you know it's charging. But ever so often it still doesn't charge. There's a little iffy there. If I move it around, of course it will move over to like another charging coil, so it will stop charging, but it takes a second or so, and then it will start charging again. So yeah, I'm definitely very happy with my purchase. I'm not really sure if it was 100% brand new. It seemed to maybe have been open, and yeah, doesn't really inspire confidence when you get a bag like this, or this black here. And yeah, you can also see there is a little bit piece of tape here that definitely was or have been opened before. So not really a big issue, not something I would really complain about, but they did sell it as brand new, and it is definitely very close to that. So yeah, just from this testing here, I definitely can recommend a device like this. As you can find it cheap. Of course, you shouldn't really buy this one here if you expect to charge your iPhone 12 or newer or later. Definitely go and get another charger that can handle that kind of MagSafe charging. Most quick chargers like these ones here work just fine because they only have one coil, and you can just place it like within the MagSafe, no issue. But this one here, I guess the magnet is kind of screwing everything up, so it doesn't really know if it's charging or device is connected or not. But if you're rocking Android, you should be pretty good to go. So yeah, if you can get it a good deal, definitely go and pick one up. I can of course link to Amazon down in the description below. Maybe you can get a good deal there. But like I said, I got this off eBay. If I find some good deals, I can also link them down below if you are interested. But that's pretty much all I have for this video. I hope to see you again in a future one. Until then, take care.